Hello everyone, welcome back to a brand new video. Today I will be giving you guys my 2025 NASCAR Cup Series playoff predictions. So you see it on the screen right now. We have the top 16 entering the playoffs, and I'm going to be giving you who I think will advance from the round of 16 all the way to the championship 4 and my championship prediction. So there's a lot of different drivers that I could see missing out in the first round, like Austin Dillon or Alex Bowman. Like, they're all the way at the back. Tyler Reddick and Barry, they're all starting below the cut line. And they're gonna have to be better than four others if they want to advance. So first, I want to talk about the track. So you see here we got Darlington and Bubba Wallace. He's good here. Kyle Larson, he's really good here. So first off, I'm gonna have to say Larson, Byron, Hamlin, and Blaney, Bell. They're all definitely gonna advance. I have those guys as a definite lock because they're high seeds. They've been really good all season, and in recent seasons, I have a lot of trust in them. And unless something catastrophic goes wrong, they will make it. I also have Briscoe, Elliott. Would be very shocked if they don't make it either. Bubba Wallace will advance. He's really good at Darlington. Last year, he was great at Bristol. So I could see him making noise into the round of 16. And we also, got to think about who could be an upset at one of these tracks. Let's say Gateway. Austin Cindric won Gateway last season. Can he do it again? Can someone upset at Bristol or Darlington? Like, a lot of people in recent seasons have had a lot of issues at Darlington, so maybe that could help some guys advance, which would make it tough because, Darlington, there's a lot of issues that go on during these playoff races for the Southern 500, very long race. And this is a very wide open playoffs. No one's really running away with it. It seems very top heavy. Like between the top six guys, they accumulated a lot of playoff points, and there's no one way up there at 240. They're all 232. It's been a lot less than in recent seasons. And then everyone Chase Elliott on back, they're very tight. 12 points from 7th to 16th with Bowman, and it could go either way. These guys don't want to have bad days. And first I'll say, my first guy I think will be out is Austin Dillon. I don't see it. I could see him popping off at Darlington like I've seen in 2020 and some other times probably. But what else has this guy done this season other than Richmond? I don't know what else to say. Next, I want to talk about Trackhouse with SVG and Ross Chastain. So, Chastain hasn't shown winning speed anywhere outside of the Coke 600. That team can't qualify good, and Chastain has to drive his way all the way up through the pack each and every single week. So, that's going to cost him a whole bunch of stage points. Not really going to give him much of a chance to advance. So I have Chastain advancing into the next round, but I don't now have his teammate Shane Van Gisbergen. Before the playoffs, many people would be thinking he would be one to advance to the round of 12 pretty easily with his 4 wins. But everyone's noticed now, it's only 16 points to the cutoff. It's not that much. Can give that up in 2 stages, basically. A whole race, you're below the cut line already. He has to do really good if he wants to advance. And I know he's a great race car driver, but on ovals, I haven't seen anything yet to believe that he will be able to make it. And he probably will be able to in a few time in a year or two from now. So I don't think this will be his year to make a deep playoff run. Next I want to talk about Josh Berry, he won that race back in March at Vegas. Has been very quiet all year long. But these are a lot of tracks I can see him doing good at. Darlington, he's ran top 5 at. But I just can't trust this team to put 3 races together without an issue happening. And one issue for these guys, and they're out, is what I gotta say. And like Gateway, they could be good. Bristol just seems like a whole bunch of tracks that Josh Berry would be good at, like short track. He's a late model guy and whatever. Seems like it's in his wheelhouse, but that 21 team has to be pretty decent if they want to advance. And finally, the last guy I have to not advance to the next round is going to be, like, I've thought about, like, Logano maybe, or Reddick, but, like, I'm just going to have to say Austin Cindric, because there's too many good guys that I see making it in over him. So, Cindric could be the last guy out. He's made the round of 12 every single year of his career that he's made the playoffs. But I don't see it this year. He's been better. But Darlington, he's going to be alright. Bristol, he's going to be alright. The only place I see him doing anything really will be Gateway. And can't rely on one track. And I just feel like there's 12 other teams better than that 2 car right now. Now the series heads into the round of 12, where we have New Hampshire, followed by Kansas and the Roval. So New Hampshire, you see right there on the video you're watching in the background, Christopher Bell, he's gonna be very good there. This is a flat track, so I expect Team Penske, Ryan Blaney would be good there also. Logano. So I have those 3 advancing through this round. Logano's a bit iffy, but I could believe he can. Byron, he will advance. Just going to be very solid throughout all of them, and potentially could win the last 2. I also got Elliott. He will advance. Going to be very good in the last 2 also. Could win. If those are 2 tracks he can definitely win at. We also have Chase Briscoe advancing. And then these final 2, bit tough. So, first, let's go back to who we think is not advancing. I don't think Logano will advance. What I said earlier was a mistake. I don't think he will. Just like, he's not as good as these other guys at most of these tracks. And I don't think Chastain really has much of a chance outside
at the beginning of this run, and you see him right here.
He isn't really good at any of these tracks. I haven't
Both
really
of them
seen
have to
much
check up.
of
And
him
look who
in
it's
Hampshire
swung
4 wide. Here we go. 5 wide. Whoa.
the Roval. And then Tyler Reddick. He hasn't won yet. He hasn't put together a whole bunch of stretches of races to show that he's a round of 8 caliper driver. I know he has the speed, but can they put it all together? Like, he was on the brink of missing it last year. And then, I have Hamlin advancing. Just scared about the Roval for him if he's not careful. And then I will have Larson. I thought about him not advancing, which sounds crazy. Because you think about New Hampshire, could be hit or miss. The Roval could be a hit or miss also, like we've seen in the past in 2022. And then Kansas, he can't just rely on being dominant at Kansas to make it to the round of 8. And then finally, I got Bubba Wallace making his first career round of 8 appearance. He will make it. He'll be pretty decent at New Hampshire. He just has to find what he's not, like Kansas. Was very good first 2 years the next gen. So, yeah, if they get back to having at least the top 10 car, I think they will make it. So, and I don't know why they shouldn't, because mile and a half has been a strong suit when they don't crash for them. So, I have Logano, Chastain, Bowman, and Reddick all being eliminated. Funny enough, they're all the bottom 4 seeds. Like, I don't think I touched on Bowman, but Bowman, he hasn't really been, like, I don't know. Just probably could sneak in there, but, like, I think with where he is in points, I think the other guys will have him covered. And, so my round of 8 is going to be Kyle Larson, William Byron, Denny Hamlin, Ryan Blaney, Christopher Bell, Chase Elliott, Chase Briscoe, and Bubba Wallace. Now, we are on to the fun stuff. Who is going to make it to the Final Four? It's going to be very important who wins Las Vegas, who comes out of there in a good spot, because Talladega is right there in the middle. It's large and looming. The big one will strike, and you got to perform at Vegas. So yeah, that's the most important one. Talladega, who knows what happens. You also got to score a lot of stage points in that. And then Martinsville at the very end. So, Vegas, I'm going to go and say William Byron's going to win his way into the Final Four with a win at Vegas. He hasn't won his way into the Final Four in his career. I see him winning that race. And I don't think a playoff driver will win at Talladega. So that's going to leave 2 spots up for points at the end. And I'm just going to say, for Martinsville, I feel like Ryan Blaney will three-peat at the fall Martinsville race. It's crazy to say. But he's just so good on the long run. Like, no one can match him, it seems like. So, Kyle Larson, he could win one of them. And he's getting better on super speedways. So, he's going to be someone I could see making it. But I'm going to say Bubba Wallace will not advance to the Final Four. Chase Briscoe also won't advance to the Final Four. Not really much of experience. Don't really know how they would do, but I just feel like the other 6 will be faster and more consistent than these guys. Briscoe doesn't really score stage points, and Bubba, I feel like the pressure's gonna get to him and they're gonna make mistakes. Elliott, just Martinsville is what they need to win. If they could win that, they definitely could make it to the Final Four. That's what they gotta bank on. And they also know about Talladega. They're very good there. They could also pull it off there.
The reigning NASCAR Cup Series champion is going to have an opportunity to defend.
It's either him or Larson.
Last week at these 2 corners, 3 and 4, he lost the lead and lost the chance. He lost sleep over it. Ryan Blaney's not losing anything here in Martinsville. He wins and is going to Phoenix. That was a determined, savvy drive.
Michigan, he's good on the high-speed oval. But if this was last year, I would say Bell 100%. But it hasn't been the case for that 20 team. They've been struggling a lot on the mile and a halves. And Talladega, Hamlin, he hasn't been that good at Talladega and Super Speedways recently. But he is smart enough. He will get his way through it. And then I have more faith in Hamlin doing what he needs to do at Martinsville. So, it will be Hamlin with the final spot in the final four, joining Byron, Larson, Blaney. A great final four. That will be a lot of fun. This is going to be an awesome final four battle. With Larson, Byron, Hamlin, and Blaney, I could see any of these guys winning it. Larson and Blaney have won a championship before. Hamlin, Byron, they both won at this track before also. So, any of these guys realistically have a shot. And let's talk about earlier this spring. We had Hamlin second, Larson third, Byron like fourth or fifth. We also had Blaney. Blaney's finished second or top five here 7 times in a row before that engine failure. Blaney's gonna be the favorite coming into this. Because Team Penske's won the last 3 in a row, so they are who everyone's trying to chase. I don't think Larson's gonna have enough speed. I feel like he'll be better than Byron here. And then
has just crested the mountain of all wins. Ryan Blaney is a NASCAR Cup Series champion.
And Hamlin's going to be hungrier than ever, knowing that it could be his final opportunity to ever win a championship. Maybe he could have Hamlin, but if I was Hamlin, I would think this is my last shot. And he's going to go all out for it. Every chance he gets, he's going to take it. And so it's going to be a really amazing battle to get to the Final Four at Martinsville. That will be insane. And also, here in the Final Four, it's going to be the top step will be Denny Hamlin, a champion for the first time in his career. Blaney will be right there with him, so with the other guys not too far behind. I really hope you enjoyed. We'll see you in the next one. Make sure to like, subscribe.